Am I the a-hole for walking out of dinner because my sister wouldn't stop making rude remarks and talking over me? My sister, 24F, and I, 26F, never had the best relationship. I've always tried to keep it civil, but she wouldn't. She's always been rude to me and acts like she's my lawyer, constantly speaking on my behalf. For context, I'm on the spectrum. She always tells me to say no when people ask me questions, shuts me down when I try to talk to friends, and shakes her head at me disapprovingly whenever she feels like it, as if I'm not allowed to make my own choices. This past weekend, my parents invited us to dinner since we hadn't seen each other in weeks, and they wanted to treat us. Everything was fine until we ordered food. I don't eat much, so I planned to order appetizers, but my parents suggested I get an entree so I'd have leftovers. I considered it, but I noticed my sister shaking her head. I asked her what her issue was, and she flat out told me I didn't need an entree. She said I'd be wasting money and food. My parents told her it wasn't her concern and that I could order for myself. I ordered an entree, and when the food arrived, my sister glared at me the entire time. I finished my food, so there weren't even any leftovers. When the waiter asked if we wanted dessert, my dad asked if I'd like to take some home. I said I was full, but he encouraged me to get something anyway, so I ordered a cheesecake. That's when my sister snapped. She called me a spoiled brat for wasting money and food. She yelled at me, asking why the F I needed dessert. My dad told her to calm down and even offered to buy her dessert too, but instead of relaxing, she got angrier. She called me a fat pig. I'm 115 pounds, so not even close, and a yes woman, whatever that means. At that point, I was done. I didn't want to be around her, so I got up and walked out. My parents begged me to stay since we planned to get coffee after, but I refused. I even changed my mind about dessert because I was so over it. When I got home, my parents called, apologizing for my sister. My mom told me I shouldn't have walked out and let her get the better of me. She always defends my sister, so I told her to wake up and realize how my sister has always tried to control me for no reason. Am I the a-hole for walking out?